So I've imported my house into Blender. I've not yet saved this file, so always make sure that you save once you've got your house and it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and go into full rendered mode and just orbit around real quick, make sure I have all my windows looking like they're supposed to. If I get a little closer, I might also want to increase the amount of background light so we can see a little bit more detail. I'm going to save this file, save as. Of course, it's going to go into my Blender folder. So make sure you're in your 3D modeling folder, Blender, not output. Your Blender files go in your Blender folder. So today's date 24/02/12, and this is my wooden house. And put your name. Now let's take a look through the camera by pressing the 0 key on your number pad, not the one across the top. And you can see here when I select camera in order to highlight that the whole house is not fully in the camera view. I'm going to move the camera by going to my transform properties and just adjust the Z value so it's up here a little bit higher. Now we can see the whole house. So the point here is to animate this. If we press F12 right now, we will render a single image. It's set to 10%, which in the past was necessary because we had much slower computers. Now I believe if we go up to 100% on our output, that it will render pretty quickly. So let me try that again, F12, and we've already got the image. That used to take quite a while to do. I'm going to close this render, leave it at 100%, and keyframe the rotation on this house. By default, we have our timeline down below, so you may want to raise that up a little bit. You can see I've got 90 frames, start 1 and 90, and you can tell right here in the frame range that it's still 1 and 90. If you want to zoom in, you grab the end of the scroll bar, and now I've got 90 frames going across here. This is how we control where that timer is. So we're on frame 90 and frame 1. Those are the two places we want keyframes for this first animation. And I'm going to go to my house. We're not keyframing the camera move right now. We're keyframing the rotation of our SketchUp house. I'm going to go back to my transform. And you can see we've got 3 values up here, X, Y, and Z. Let me expand this a little more. X, Y, Z, it's at the origin. That's why that's all zeros. The rotation, nothing has been rotated. We're simply going to rotate the Z value here through 360 degrees. Now notice that my house is getting cut off here at the bottom. So I am going to go ahead and put this back at 0, set my keyframes, and then I'll adjust my camera a little bit more. So making sure I'm on the very first frame, I can keyframe this Z value by right-clicking on it. And if I insert keyframes, all 3 X, Y, and Z will be keyframed, which is great. That way, if you do any other changes, it will be remembered. You can also just insert a single keyframe, or you can click on this little dot to the right of that value. It'll turn into a diamond when there's a keyframe. That's gold, saying we're on the keyframe, and you can see down here there's a little diamond at the first frame. I'm going to jump to the end. I'm at frame 90 now. You can see I'm on frame 90 right here, and I'm going to change this value to 360, the number of degrees in a full rotation. Notice that this diamond is not filled in. There is nothing here on the timeline because we haven't actually inserted the keyframe. Unlike Premiere, changing a value does not automatically create the keyframe. So I'm going to right-click on it this time and insert a single keyframe. So only the Z value has been keyframed, and now I can press the space bar on my keyboard. I can also pause and play right here. You can even play it in reverse, or you can grab this part of the indicator and rotate it through its different angles there. So let me go to camera so you can see that the house is being cut off right here. So I need to move the camera back a little bit so I don't cut off any part of my house. So I'm going to change its X location. X is that red axis. And if we go to the left, we make that value smaller. We're getting closer to the origin. We need to get further away. I'm just clicking and dragging on that value. And now as I scrub through my animation, no part of the house is being cut off.